Oh, hey, folks, it's me, Kevin Tinkin, reminding you that we have a YouTube channel, we have a Patreon, we got it at Pepitone.com. Go and check it out. Links below. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Apocalypse Soon, the deep breath to the drowning population. And here he is. He's just come above air. He's come from the very hell itself of Austin, Texas. And he's dripping, not with just sweat, but with wisdom, passion, and paradise. It's Eddie Pepitone.
Good evening, good night, good morning. I am fucking insane. Yes, hey, everybody. Yeah, as Kevin said, I just got back from a road trip. I went to Atlanta. I went to North Carolina. And then I flew to Albany, New York. I did the Catskills. I did Pennsylvania, Pottstown, and then I did Washington, D.C., then I flew to Austin. I got to tell you, it was a very hot, weather-wise trip. Hot as fuck. And Austin, for all you folks who live in Austin, and particularly the ones who go there for comedy, you're out of your fucking minds, okay? You're out of your fucking minds. I actually was fucking with the people there at the Creek in the Cave where I had... 2 great nights there, and I love Rebecca, and it's a good club, and Colton, the co-owner, opened for me, and crowds were good, man, but I said that, folks, you know you live in a pizza oven, right? Do you know that? And then I was like, when does this heat break? And they're telling me, like, Thanksgiving. I'm like, it takes a while for the heat to break there. I don't know. It just seems unlivable to me already.
The humidity is what is...
Oh, it's brutal. Like, there's no air.
No air?
And that's our future, folks. That's our future. I was in New York, upstate, normally beautiful, but it had the Canadian wildfire stuff. So anyway, without complaining too much, I just went through a very, very long, hot trip, and it's good to be back home. I was a basket case. I flew in yesterday really early. Got up in Austin at 5:30. You know those, whew. Like to catch an early flight and you have no, what do you call it? No sleep.
Yeah. What do you call that thing? You close your eyes for a long time?
And I always make it home, but once I'm home, my muscles start to spasm.
Oh, yeah.
Like everything starts, I'm like, But it always happens when I'm home, thank God, and not when I'm in an airport or on a plane, because, you know, people in public, they look askance at people who are going, shit.
Mm-hmm. No, nobody wants to help.
Everybody gets afraid.
Oh, yeah. No, it's
a lot of fear out there.
Well, when you're in pain, your screams are often undetermined from threats. You know, when you're screaming, from, say, a sore ankle.
You know, a bat screams 50 different ways.
Is that true?
I don't know. But it sounded funny. That's what I tell the audiences. I go, I don't know what that means, what I just said, but it sounded funny, and this is a racket about funny. It's a racket. As long as you come off as funny, you can continue to live.
It doesn't have to be true at all.
No, not at all. Matter of fact, I don't know what you think about this, Tinky, but I find that the less sense you make on stage, the better. And when we try, I think we've probably talked about this before, because I'm always expounding about comedy. When you try to make sense, at least for me, I take the funny out of it.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. Like Harlan Williams we talked about.
Yes.
Who's extremely funny and extremely nonsensical.
Incredibly nonsensical. Well,
and it's hilarious.
He went on the Honeydew Man, and you do that podcast with Ryan Sickler, and it was just so great to watch him not give any real information the entire time.
And did Ryan react well to it? He knew what, because famously he went on Rogan and he was nutty too. He said he had a tapeworm that he was feeding with celery. I don't know. It was pretty funny. And Joe, I don't know if Joe believed him or was playing along, but he wasn't having a great time.
Yeah, the watching Ryan, because he was trying to get some real stuff out of him, and and Harlan just kept spinning this yarn that was just, completely false. And it was, and Ryan kept, so now your dad was an octopus. Now that's interesting. Now I didn't.
Oh, Ryan was.
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
it.
He was very.
See, that's not a great position to be in because he's got to try to make sense of it.
Yeah.
So your dad was an octopus.
Well, I could relate. I mean, I don't know if you can remember some of those podcasts we've gone through.
What?
Oh, well,
where me and you were like wasted. Now only one of us is always wasted. I mean,
That's right.
By the way, 90 days.
Wow.
90 days off of marijuana and
That's
other
great.
things.
You're off of your probationary period now.
Right, 30 days, 3 months.
That's great.
That's a milestone,
I did nothing for a week when I was in
Is that right?
in DC. Yeah, I was completely
That takes
sober.
a lot because you could have snuck away with the vape pen.
Yeah, but
You wanted to be present with your family?
I just, I didn't want to get caught or, I also, my eyes get real dark, they
would have nailed you?
Oh, probably. Either that or I would have just said something ridiculous, Like my aunt kept, she said it like 4 or 5 times, so much so I felt I had to say
What?
something. She kept going, you guys got to go see the Women in History Museum. You got to go see the Women in Art History Museum. You got to see it. And I was like, all right. And then I go, is there any Men in Art History Museum we could go to around here? And she was like,
Is there a men in art?
yeah. I go, I want to see that.
The men's museum.
Yeah. And she was just
Men were given. That'd be funny. Like they have like videos. Men were given the right to vote immediately. Men were able to own property day one.
right away.
Right away. Because they were bigger. That kind of is what it comes down to.
It does. It does.
Domination, intimidation, physically, right?
Yeah, yeah. I can't remember who was saying like the Civil War is going to be a complete slaughter. The people for guns versus the people against guns.
Oh, yeah.
And I know what it was. That guy who was telling us about the Socialist Gun Owners Association.
Max, I love Max. I saw Max on the trip. Max, hello, Max. Oh, I said hello to Max too. The last from the hotel room when I did that.
Oh, you did?
Crazy little podcast. Yeah, but Max hooked me up with the the guns. Yeah, that's why we have to train. The people on the left have to train with guns.
You got to do it.
Now
you got to know what we're doing.
We know you're kind of pro-ice, so you're in the center, I think, because you also have progressive views on other things.
I go, get the fuck behind me to my family, and then I'll have a gun. We're just ready to go. I just want people to let me game in my little 2-bedroom apartment up in Tahunga, just as long as if the internet goes out, I don't know what's going to happen, but
you want people to what?
Just let me game up there, let me get my game on.
By the way, that's all anybody wants. Everybody just wants to be left alone in peace and comfort.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't have that, so there's no way that, people don't have that, which is why we can't be comfortable, you know? It's not a society that takes care. If you don't take care, like the socialists say, if you don't take care of everybody, no one is safe.
Yeah.
And now the billionaires, they pay for safety. They're going to have their own armies.
Yep.
They're going to be the only ones who have access to food when the supply chain is fucked from climate breakdown or whatever it is. They are going to be the only ones who have access to it. They're going to pay mercenary armies.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping to just be the court jester, I'm like around a couple of billionaires just going, hey, you know what's funny? Poor people are funny. That's what's funny. Feed me. Can I get some? Give me some.
Bring the kiddie pool out here. Pepitone, roll around in a kiddie pool. When Trump deploys
by the way,
the National Guard to like the front of Jeff Bezos' house, we got to protect the millionaires.
No, they'll have their own because the government's going to just be gone,
Yeah. How much time you think we got?
I think we've done about 5 minutes. We have 40 more minutes.
No. I mean,
I'm kidding. No, how much time? I'll tell you, I think it's kind of unpredictable. And the unpredictability is of the climate stuff. Have you been following that we finally have the first hurricane of the season named Aaron? Have you been following? You never know about anything, which I love about you.
Oh, I know about some stuff, but I haven't
you don't. You don't follow the news. Hurricane Aaron is not going to hit any landmass, but it has gotten so big so quickly that is what goes on now because the oceans are so much warmer. These storm systems are so much bigger and more powerful. And, people are going to get flooded out. They're going to, the infrastructure damage. It's going to be one big Hurricane Katrina eventually. So I don't know. They're saying not until 2050 will a lot of stuff. But that's quick. I mean, luckily I'll be dead by then, I would think.
Yeah.
I would be 91. I don't think I'm going to make it to 91.
We should start selling rafts.
Some what? Raffles about my
rafts.
Oh, rafts.
Yeah, we could sell Apocalypse Soon now raft and End of the World kits. Really start showing.
I hate to say it, you're a few years behind on that because people like Alex Jones and all those survivalists were selling that shit.
Oh yeah.
Many years ago.
Yeah, you got to get your Alpha Brain, and you got to get the Alex Jones protein bar.
He's gone now, right? He got fucked on which is good.
Jones?
He got fucked, yeah.
Where is he?
Well, he got fucked on the Sandy Hook bullshit, where he said they were crisis actors. Meanwhile, these parents had lost their children.
Yeah.
And he was saying they were crisis actors.
Yeah.
And he lost a lot. He lost in the civil courts.
Yes.
And so he had to go bankrupt. And I don't know. Of course, he's not giving anyone money, I think. But he can't be on the air or something. I don't know what he does. He's probably, who the fuck knows?
He's probably out in this park somewhere recording.
He could be.
Another podcast. You're not allowed to podcast.
His office was in Austin, and that makes perfect sense for me. After being in that weather in the summer.
It's hot, dude. I remember digging ditches in Mexico in the summer and just being
in where?
Mexico.
What were you doing in Mexico?
Digging. We used to go to Mexico every summer for like 2 or 3 weeks to dig bathrooms for orphanages and stuff like that. It was a church thing, but
that's why I stay away from the church stuff. No, it's always hard labor.
But we dug so much, and it just the heat. Just like having to do that and then realizing that people live their entire lives working like that in this heat.
That's why, these immigrant raids that you approve of.
I love them. I love me an immigrant raid.
I cannot believe the work they do in the farms in the heat.
Oh, it's crazy. Well, that's why it's such a double-edged
unfucking believable.
sword.
I watched them do construction all over. As a matter of fact, in Austin, I was in this fucking nice hotel. It was up on the 31st floor, and I was looking out at another skyscraper, and there were guys out there in this heat doing construction.
It's insane. I don't know.
And how do they do it?
I don't know. I guess there's
I couldn't take a walk to a bookstore. They're doing construction, and I couldn't take a walk to a bookstore.
Yeah, I mean, it's just it's the atrophy of time, Eddie. I think
the atrophy. Well, time has beat. There's no doubt about that. Time has taken a chunk of my lifespan.
Oh, it does it every day. It's a real fucker, time.
Well, we can't keep growing. We have to disintegrate. Matter of fact, someone told me, "Would you want to live forever?"
No way. You get sick of stuff. I'd like to be healthy until I die.
Could you imagine, seeing the movie The Irishman for the 900th time?
Still good.
Still
Good. 3,000 years later, I still stand by The Irishman.
Mel Brooks and Carl Reiner did a thing called I think it was the 2,000-year-old man.
Yes.
It was the funniest fucking thing. I heard you. Here's Reiner would say to Brooks. Brooks was the 2,000-year-old man. Reiner was the interviewer, and Reiner would say, "So you invented so many things: the rocket ship, polio virus. Like, what was your greatest invention?" And Mel Brooks goes. He takes a beat and he goes, "Liquid Prel." Liquid Prel, yes. The mother puts it in the daughter's hair, and they start to talk about their relation. It's very nice. The little balls come down in the middle of the shampoo. It was very, very funny.
By the way, I decided to listen to Carlin's albums in chronological order.
Good for you, brother.
And I'm listening to AM/FM right now.
Makes me want to do it.
Oh, you should. I mean, that's one of the brilliant things about
AM/FM is one of the
technology.
early ones.
Yeah, well, it's the second one. Yeah, they released back to back. He released one in like the late 60s, but I couldn't find it. And then two in like 69 or 70, 71, something like that. But I'm also listening to the Comedians, the History of Comedy.
That's a great book.
And they're talking about right now
I love that book.
The invention of FM radio, and many AM stations were copy and pasting their broadcast over to FM, and then the CCC said no more. This has to be original programming.
Okay.
And that's when people started playing full albums on FM radio, including comedy albums.
See, that was the social media of the day. Like,
Yes.
I guess a lot of people say, how did those guys get so big? Well, it was things like that.
Yep. So they were playing Steve
which now you
Martin.
have to beg to get on Sirius XM if
Yeah.
you're not a big comic.
Yeah, but the FM radio, it was literally just kind of a no man's land. And Cheech and Chong put their full album on there.
As a kid, I loved their shit.
Yeah. Well,
It was, so talk about silly.
Yes.
Man, and it was stoner humor. It was the original Beavis and Butthead. And
Yeah, man.
it was like, hey, man. Like, I remember their first movie, and they would drive up in a car. It's just a cloud of smoke.
Yeah. The new one's great. The new movie they put out is great.
No
it's
way.
kind of a documentary, but it's...
Oh, I didn't even know there was something out.
Oh, you got to see it, man. We should go see it, man.
What
I'd
is
be
it?
totally down. I think it's... look it up. There's something, just Cheech and Chong. I'm not sure what the new one it's called, but it's great. But I was really thinking about you living through a lot of these eras, and they were talking about the counterculture of LSD and how the mainstream entertainers were so disconnected. And Rob Reiner in particular, you mentioned him, that's why I brought it up.
What is it?
He was the resident hippie. So,
Ah.
and they talked about this in Penny Marshall's biography too, where they were putting stuff together.
Yeah.
And it was literally like, Rob's got long hair, put him in it. We need a long-haired hippie guy. And
Right.
So, but just like the
Now they're looking for Tom Segura types.
Yes, yeah. Thank God. You know, I gotta lose some hair. You know, but the just the disconnect and the things that Rob Reiner was asked to do as like the hippie guy, and he was always supposed to be an idiot. You know.
Oh, like I'm really high.
Yeah, and I don't know, man. I was just thinking, man, what you've seen.
Well, LSD came from Harvard.
Yeah.
Timothy Leary in Harvard.
Yeah.
LSD came from the most brilliant people, you know. I mean, a lot of people started missing classes, that's for sure.
Oh yeah.
And Harvard. Like, what the fuck is Leary doing staring at his hand for the last day and a half?
Well, I mean, as a
He
person,
was a professor then.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was a trip because they were literally giving out LSD to people in the beginning. Like, just they'd have jars of it, you know, and they just give it to people.
God.
And, yeah, man, some of that stuff is wild. Oh gosh, I can't remember what. There's another book called.
Well, we're going to Joshua Tree, me and you.
Yeah.
On on Friday.
Mm-hmm. This will come out tomorrow. So
This will come out tomorrow. So we're going to Joshua Tree. We're going to do a show in a bar, pizzeria.
Yep.
I got some people saying they're going, like, because it's out there. But we're going to be going in the hottest time of the year.
Yeah.
And a heat wave. And it's, you know me, I'm so paranoid about the heat. I just came from the heat. It's nice here in the shade, but there's a fucking heat wave moving in, and we're going to be driving right smack into the worst of it.
I'll have to bring some of my... my wife has a hat with fans built into it, you know, and some fun stuff.
I have underwear that has one big fan, but it sometimes it nicks my balls. No, because it's steel blades, and
wow. It'll last forever.
It'll last forever, but I don't know if my privates will. Private? Yes. Report. Why aren't your shoes shined? Those are my balls, sir. My mistake. Imagine a guy like it's a boot camp of privates, and it's just balls and dicks. I actually so anyway, what I brought that up about we're going to Joshua Tree is that you're thinking, and it's very. Joshua Tree is a very famous place where very famous people have tripped out of their minds.
Yes.
Tripped balls.
Yes.
Jim Morrison in the Doors did it in the high desert.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people. I forget. There was bands, but
Beatles.
A lot of people. What?
The Beatles.
Did they do Joshua Tree?
I think they did Joshua Tree. I know. I mean, U2 has that album called Joshua Tree.
Those fucking assholes. Bono just came out and said that Hamas is responsible for the starvation in Gaza. What a tool he is, that fucking loser.
Oh, man.
What a loser.
Bono's always tried to be on the right side.
No, he's on the wrong side.
He's always attempting to be that guy.
He's a fake.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we're going to Joshua Tree. You're going to be tripping balls. I'll be up to 95 days. Wow. I do want to do mushrooms, but not just yet. I do want to get the insight. I hear it can be it's going to be funny watching you, maybe fine arts, be out of your minds.
Oh, yeah. I mean, have you done any sort of psychedelic before?
Yeah.
You have. So
but a long time ago, and it was organic mescaline when that stuff was good.
Oh, I can get some mescaline.
I bet you can.
Oh, I can get some mescaline. I actually had a buddy. It's growing in his backyard.
Serious?
Yeah, because it's just all it is a cactus. It's just a. That's it. That's all it is.
Peyote.
Yeah.
That's what peyote is, right?
Also, yeah.
You know, those things are great.
Mm-hmm.
The only bitch about them is that you gotta calm down.
Yes.
And that's jarring. And you're back where you kind of were. I mean, it's nice to get that incredible experience, right? But then you're back. I mean, Ram Dass, who was known as Richard Alpert in his Harvard days, he was one of the first to do LSD with Leary. They were buddies in Harvard. Ram Dass or Richard Alpert back then taught in Harvard together, and so. Ram Dass famously said, look, I was tripping for many years, and he goes, until I realized the idea is to get free, not high, because I would always come back to the same, and be like, damn it. Well, but there must be something said for the insight.
There is.
Gained.
I mean, a lot of the studies, and I remember looking at some of the studies of LSD and stuff that were done, and I don't know if the sample size is large enough, but there was a lot
you have to take a little tab.
Yeah, well, no,
I'm kidding. That's the second time I got you.
You did. But the story I remember was these guys who were in some sort of religious college, and they were all, not on the path to being in the priesthood or whatever, but they all
Was it in Northern California?
I believe it was, and they did it in the basement of this church where
maybe in Berkeley
you could hear the sermon upstairs in the distance, and so these guys did LSD as an experiment, and apparently, and I'm in the ballpark here, but it's something like 11 out of 12 went on to the priesthood. and
Oh, wow.
marked that one experience as life-changing. And I've also heard
Opened up,
that people
yeah.
say that it is a defining. It's a big moment that a lot of people will look to. Now, I don't do it very often. I try.
Now, you have done mushrooms, though, right?
I have.
Can you talk about... now, a lot of people are doing them these days, and a lot of people are doing what's called microdosing.
Yes.
Yes. Which I've been interested in. And, I'm on antidepressants, and I have friends telling me I'm microdosing. I don't need antidepressants, and it's really helped me, blah, blah, blah. But I don't know. A lot of these people, though, live underground now. They've buried their way.
Well, it's
burrowed,
the
not
heat,
buried.
The heat.
No, but tell me about your experiences.
Well, I did it the very first time I did it with my friend Chris. We went up to Bass Lake, which is the same place I do shows.
You go to
periodically.
Bass Lake a lot, yeah.
And it's about an hour and a half from Fresno, and I was living there, and we went up there, and we just walked around the lake,
and did mushrooms.
And we did
How
mushrooms.
long ago?
Oh God, this would have been 12 years ago.
Okay.
And I'd never done anything like that before.
And what was your experience?
My experience was having like a renewed interest and a renewed awe for the world.
How long did that last?
So it lasted for a very long time.
It did.
And I will say the empathy is something that's really held me down in a way.
What do you mean?
Well, because if you're constantly worried, if you're constantly thinking about other people and whatnot, if you're like I'm not saying I'm an empath, but if you're like the definition of somebody who feels what other people are feeling, that's a lot of pressure. That's a lot of the weight of the world. So when I remember doing mushrooms and feeling very much that I was part of something bigger,
that sounds good.
It is good, and very much a letting go of that. Where, from my point of view, like having empathy and like putting myself in other people's shoes and whatnot was always something that I was pushed towards doing, and I still think it's an incredibly valuable thing. But you can do that too much to where you start worrying about other people all the time.
Oh, I see.
And you worry.
You mean something clicks in your brain that isn't a healthy thing?
Yes, where you're more concerned about
neurotic thing.
It's almost neurotic. Yeah, because you want to make sure everybody's okay.
That'd be funny. Like you're going like door to door, going, now, God damn it, put on your scarf. It's cold today.
Yes.
Like you just go door to door. Are you studying? Like people you don't even know.
Are you going to school? You better get up for work. No, but when I did mushrooms, though, I remember just being in awe of the complexity of life, in awe of the way that a plant grows.
Now that's, it's a bummer to me that I'm looking at these trees, right?
Mm-hmm.
And of course, I've heard a lot of people talk about their experiences on mushrooms, LSD, and the trees are, when they're on it, it's like the trees are living, breathing entities.
Yes.
And I always wonder, why can't we feel that now? Now, I do to an extent. And it is so wild that you take something that completely puts your brain in a place where you are simpatico with nature.
Yes.
Like you're one with the tree.
Well, you kind of understand your place with it. You're also, I felt like
what would you say your relationship with the tree is if you were on shrooms right now? Would you be going steady with the tree?
You guys are beautiful. You've seen so much. You've been here for so much.
Wow, that is beautiful.
And I mean, you think about like that kind of stuff, and that's the other thing. I realize too is we're also full of shit. Human beings and existence is been around for billions of years, and we're here for a little blip, and we think we got it figured out.
No, the ego is gone when you take this stuff.
Yes, yeah, and I like that. I like.
Of course, everybody does, because the ego is this little voice that goes, instead of loving, you're going, be careful of that tree.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
tree almost fell on you.
Well, and the ego is, at least my inner voice is very mean to me.
Me too.
And
You do have that, like any good comic.
big time. Yeah, I'm very
Mean
negative.
inner voice.
Yeah,
Who did you internalize? That was definitely my dad's part. Well, it's everybody. It's teachers. It's
Well,
your
my
parents.
principal in grade school told me I never amount to anything. You know, she said
Right.
the only thing. I'm quoting Mrs. Unruh now.
And she said that while she was connected to a heart-lung machine immersed in blue liquid
Yeah, she would get escorted
with
around
warrants out for her arrest.
there was coaster wheels on this big tank, and
Yeah.
they would wheel her around the playground, and she would insult me. And she'd tell me the only thing you're good at is acting like you're 3 years old or retarded. Those were her words.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and because
Well-
I was pretty good at it though, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
But
Well, people don't like to see, people who are unhappy don't like to see freedom and happiness in other people. They
for
don't
real.
like to see people being spiritually free, and that is a big contradiction of a lot of quote-unquote spiritual people, especially these days with the evangelical right-wing Christian lunatics who are all about controlling and dominance and, you know, you can't do this, you can't have an abortion, you can't do this.
Yes.
They're not about love. You know, they are about control and dominance and ego.
Well, and
Right?
a lot of those people too. I mean, because there are people that's 100% what it is, and they think they got it figured out. But a lot of them, you know, you talk to them, and it's empathy for the unborn child, and they're convinced 100% that that's what it is. You know, and the other
Yeah.
side is
But-
it's her body. You know,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
on both sides, they're 100% convinced that they're right. You know, and
Yeah.
I've always been of the opinion of like I'm in control of my life. You know, I'm not there to make those decisions. You know, I'm not the guy that pulls the lever.
Well, if your thing is I'm in control of my life, then it would seem to me you're pro-abortion because
Yes.
a woman is in control of her life.
I am.
So she decides whether or not she should have the child.
Yes.
It's her decision, not Jiminy Cricket
right.
from the evangelical. These people.
Oh, I'll
I mean,
never forget having a
fuck them.
conversation with my buddy Carl one time, man.
Yeah.
Sweetest guy, great guy. But he said something to the effect of, the laws should be
Mm-hmm.
the biblical laws. And I go, wait a second, hold on. Hold on. The whole religion is based on the grace of God and that we're all deserving of death. And then there's a bunch of illustrations of all these times we should be killed, but we need
Yeah.
grace, and that's why Christ
Yes.
is here. And he's like, well, yeah. And I go, but you're
Yeah,
saying,
yeah.
But you're saying that if somebody covets his neighbor's wife,
Who amongst us? Go ahead.
yeah, it should be, flogged in the square or put in jail? And,
Oh
well,
man, I
no,
would have
no.
been. I would have been flogged so many damn times. I happened to live years ago next to a beautiful couple.
Well, it's hard, and that's it. It might be easy for the guy who lives next to the real, troll of a couple.
Right,
but
right.
you're
If
sitting there-
if you're living next to disgustingly ugly people, it's very easy not to covet anything sexually with that. Unless you're drunk.
Yeah, well, that really turns the flowers up on the old beauty scale.
Oh my God.
But yeah, that blew me away. And those people are out there that are like, yeah, that
Oh,
should
you
be.
can- they run the
this
country
should
now.
Be the thing, and it's
They
insanity.
run the fucking country.
That's why I have a hard time associating with any organization at all. Because once you say you're
Yeah.
a Christian and then you got fucking
Yeah,
Hitler
once
going,
you
I'm a
say-
Christian too.
Yeah, once
you know.
say you're part. Groucho, I think it was Groucho's line where he said, I would never be a member of a club. I would never be a member of a club that would have me.
Yes, I love
Something
that.
like
yeah,
that. Never be a member of a club that would have me.
Yeah, that would have me as a member. I think.
I was looking into private clubs today just to have a place to sit in a leather chair with a copy of the Wall Street Journal. You know?
I'll tell you what. You know where we ought to go?
Where?
There is, you know where the Hollywood Bowl is, and then around. Dude, you did a show there, didn't you? Do a show
The
at
American Legion.
The American Legion. That's not a bad place to throw $20 a month or whatever.
Do they have a club?
They got a whole club. They got leather-bound books and chairs. They got.
For only how much?
I think it's like less than $20 a month.
No.
To become a member. I know it is. I know it's very, very cheap. There's like
It
a
must be
one-time-
very limited.
Well, I know.
And there's no amenities, I guess. Is there a steam room?
I don't know.
You know, I'm into steam rooms because at this really nice hotel that I was in, I splurged in Austin because I was going to die in that heat.
Yes.
And I was making some money at the club that weekend, and they had a steam room, and I love it. It's nice, the steam room, you know.
Oh, I love a good steam.
To get a steam, you know. The only one I didn't like was something called the Cleveland Steamer.
Well,
that was in Cleveland. It was a place I was in. I was near the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and I asked someone there, "What's the best place to get a good steam?" And they said, "It's this place right here, the Cleveland Steamer." And it was shit. It was shit.
and you know, it's, every time you, Eddie, before you leave Cleveland, you gotta get a steamer. You gotta get a steamer.
I don't know. Last time it was just shit.
Oh yeah, but it's Cleveland's finest shit.
That is the funniest name of anything for me.
I went to I had a gig at Chickchansey Gold Resort and Hotel and Casino in the Central Valley Mountains. It's at an Indian reservation. Did
Where?
2 shows there.
In California?
California, northern Middle East California.
Right.
Up there, and I did 2 nights there, and they had a bunch of stuff like that. Like steam.
They did.
I got a massage, and then I went up to Merced the next day for another show at this beautiful little theater. It was a dinner theater, so they had everybody was getting served food. We were all trying to figure out why the crowd was so weird, and they were eating, and we were like, "Oh, that's why."
God.
But they had you get a little card, and you just bleep your card in front of a pull handle of beer. And they had pickle-flavored lager there. But it was great. I got a massage in Merced.
Massage in Merced.
Oh, yeah.
I got a massage at my nice hotel there.
I love it.
It was 80 minutes. How much did your massage cost? Let's compare.
Oh, it was like $45 for...
Mine was $400.
Jesus. Well, 80 minutes, though.
80 minutes. How long was yours?
60. It was only 60. I mean, you get what you're
Well,
paid for, I guess.
No, 80 minutes is only 20 more minutes, and you paid $40. But
Yeah.
this was a really good massage, you know. I just kept coming.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know,
yeah,
it was with a gentleman named Danner, his name was.
Danner?
Yeah, he was great. And I said, look, I can only take so many happy endings. And he said, we're only in the middle. That was a happy middle, he said.
Everything's bigger in Texas, including your full release, sir. Call me Danner. Would you like me to put a strip of leather over your forehead while I do this?
Also, please feel free to grab some brisket.
Oh, did you have some brisket?
I had some, and I'll tell you, in that heat, it was hilarious. It was in a place called the Ironworks, and
That
which is
sounds
one of the original places.
Oh,
And it had no air conditioning.
no.
No air conditioning, just old school. You go up to this counter, you order, and you get your plate of meat.
Yeah.
And like sides are like mac and cheese and coleslaw and a banana pudding. And I left there, It was good going down, but man, I was definitely a heavier person.
Oh, yeah.
When I left,
Mac
you know,
and cheese with real cheese.
I was declared. I was given my own zip code after that meal.
Yeah, that kind of meal will make you vegan for a few more months.
Absolutely.
Brisket, especially when it's filled with fat and it's just falling off and just yeah. And
you got it. You can't. You know what I realized? The people there who have all that stuff, they don't eat it that much because they know.
It will put you out of commission.
Yeah.
It'll give you the
I mean, woof, I forget what I did swim later that night.
Oh, just to get the grease off, I bet.
You want to swim in the grease section here, sir. You see where it's marked brisket in the pool?
You get your brisket, you dip it off, you dip off in the pool.
And that was another great thing about the hotel and the heat is that they had a big pool.
Yeah.
I mean, outdoors, big pool, and I would wait for the sun to go down.
I love that. I love a night swim.
Yes, a night swim, and I would do it nude. That was against the rules, and I'd be backstroking by families, going, "Good evening. Sorry of my looks, but I just had some brisket.
I'm an artist. This is a protest."
Hey, what were the highlights? I don't think we've talked together. What were the highlights of your D.C. trip besides seeing the federal troops? Me and JT did D.C. I think 2 days later, the federal troops were brought in.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Trump, that asshole, in his, progression toward martial law. These are all little tests. Like, how much can I get away with? Let's call in the troops. If there is ever a quote-unquote terrorist attack, this place is going to be locked down tighter than a frog's ass.
Oh, yeah.
My grandfather gave me that expression, tighter than a frog's ass.
All they need is another 9/11, and they've
Forget
done that
9/11. 9/11. It'll be, and what I'm thinking when it may happen is right before the election.
Yeah, so
in
they can
20
an excuse to get some more.
When is this asshole? Seems like he's been in forever.
2028.
Oh God, we'll never make it that far anyway. But
well, that's why I'm doing mushrooms
day at a time
in Joshua Tree. So come out to see us.
That's
guys.
very close. By the way, Joshua Tree is beautiful, but it's super close to a military base. Do you know that?
We should rush them.
Do you know that?
We should mushroom out and then go rush the military base and really give them a piece of our mind.
Guys, like we're out there going to these guys who are just heavily armed and just dangerous, and we're just like, guys, you gotta talk to these trees over here. You want to shoot them or me, buddy?
I'm like going, the sand has all the information we ever needed. Stop the military-funded research. Dude.
Why don't you take this one, Al? I picked off a couple of mushrooms the other day. They just called the people who do them mushroom heads. You want to take these 2 mushroom heads?
I'm just swaying.
Yeah, you're swaying, and I'm like, I've got 95 days.
Dude, I'm clean. It's updated.
I'm your escort. I have nothing. I understand what you fellas do. It's good.
It's good. I appreciate you. Thanks for keeping me safe.
Take out the other guy, too. He's full of shit.
He said he's vegan, but he had a big brisket last week. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to get out there. I will tell you, one time doing mushrooms in the forest, in a camping trailer, at this place called Jackass Meadows. Beautiful place. They let.
Where was this?
This is up. So, if you go to the Sequoia National Forest and you go, you go to Mono Hot Springs and you keep going you're about an hour and a half on a single lane dirt road on the side of a mountain. It's gorgeous.
That sounds dangerous.
There's some places that might be a little dangerous, but I mean, I've gone up there for 15, 16 years. So you go past that you're in a canyon, and there's huge mountains all around you, and there's
my God.
open fields of donkeys, retired donkeys.
Oh,
That they
love donkeys.
Yeah, they let them roam free out there. That's why it's called Jackass Meadows.
Oh,
So
shit.
one day we're out there in the middle of summer, and a big rain starts hitting, and we're sitting at the campfire.
Yeah.
And we hear the water rushing, so we grab all our stuff, put it in the camper, and it literally floods out the whole campsite. It's about 6 inches of water.
This is what,
Crazy, immediate.
Wow.
So I take off all my clothes except for my underwear. I'm on mushrooms, and I start running up the mountain
in just underwear.
Yeah, because I didn't want to be under any of the trees, to get struck by lightning or whatever.
Shit.
And all the
That
stuff
is
is secured.
wild.
But my friends are like, "What the hell are you doing?" I'm like, "What can we do? Look at this. It's beautiful." And they're like, "You're insane." I'm like, "There's nothing we can do."
Oh, my God.
Oh, look at this little guy's got a little fruit.
Oh, good.
Little
Hello,
piece of
buddy.
fruit. That's a heavy one.
I don't know what that is. Looks like a tomato, a green tomato.
I think might be a little pomegranate from over there.
Oh, it is. That's a pomegranate memorial for the Armenian genocide.
Really?
Yeah, Turkey killed those guys. The Turks.
Oh, there was a guy protesting the Chinese occupation of Turkestan.
Turkestan?
Yes.
Or Nepal.
Maybe it's Nepal
Tibet.
I can't remember, but
Look, you're in the ballpark.
I'm in the
That's
ballpark.
all-
But he was there and at the Washington, D.C., in front of the White House with a bunch of information and pictures and stuff. And he's like talking about the Muslim internment
in front
camps.
of the White House. I
camps.
think you sent me that picture.
And while we were there, some Chinese guy, or I'm assuming he's Chinese,
Yeah.
walked up, said something in what sounded like Mandarin, and then spit on the guy.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, and I'm sitting there with my family, and they're like,
Whoa.
everybody's kind of like, whoa. So I went over to the guy afterwards.
What
and
did the
just-
guy who got spit on, did he do anything? Or
He yelled back at the guy and
He didn't
stood
attack
up and
him,
no, but he
didn't want to
definitely
escalate it?
He walked towards the guy as he was walking away, and that guy was with his family too.
No fucking
The
way.
Chinese guy, yeah.
No fucking way.
But yeah, I went up to the guy and was just like, "Hey, man, you're doing the work here. Like, good luck."
Wow.
I
Did he
stand
respond?
with you. Yeah,
He spit on you.
Yeah, he spit on me. And then I found out it was actually a sign of respect. So I was like, "Oh, no." I shook his hand and said, "We stand with you. This is wrong. What's going on?" Because that's where they have literally millions of Muslims in camps
Oh, shit.
over there.
Oh, that? Oh, I forget what the sect is called. That's in Myanmar, I think.
Ballpark general.
Oh, God, what a world.
What a world.
Everybody should be on mushrooms, for fuck's sake.
That's what I'm saying.
You know?
That's what I'm saying. Let's just go and while everything's going to be underwater and people are being
Or
starved
burnt. I
and
mean, there's
murdered.
already fires happening. I'm on the road getting, that app. It's called Watch Duty, and they report on fires. And I'm on the road getting reports on California fires. Just going, oh, God, I got to go back there.
Yeah,
I couldn't wait to be back here, though, after a week in Austin.
This is probably one of the hottest days it's been in a while here in LA, but here in the shade, it's actually not too bad.
It's really going to get hot this week, man. How much time are we?
We're good. We're beyond.
Okay.
Yeah, we're solid. Should we wrap her up?
Yeah.
All right, folks. Well, hey, if you're in or around Joshua Tree next Friday,
the 22nd.
Yes, the 22nd. Or if you're in Fresno this Wednesday, I'll be out there.
You're going to Fresno Wednesday?
Going to Fresno Wednesday.
That's when the heat is. You're going to be in triple digits.
It's going to be wild. I'm bringing my buddy Joey Cerrone. It'll be fun.
Cerrone is coming.
We're going to the Chico's to have some Italian food and do a little comedy. So that'll be fun. If you haven't subscribed to this podcast, go over to YouTube. Go over to wherever you get your podcasts.
If you haven't subscribed to this podcast, you're in good company.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of you guys out there, but go over there.
Oh, but I want to say, too, and I meant to tell you this, I want to say it on the air. I'm telling you, when I do my shows all over, there's at least a couple of diehards of the pod, and it's awesome.
I love it. Guys, thank you so much. If you want more of this podcast, we do have a Patreon. Eddie just recorded a couple of hours out there at Creek in the Cave, and we're gonna put some stuff up with that. And go over there. We got this podcast comes out video version the day that the podcast lands. Everybody else gets it on YouTube a week after. But if you've got to have that video the day of, go over to Patreon, and you can get more.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks for watching Apocalypse Soon. No, not a lot of bits today, but just a good talk today between me and Kev. I'm completely jet lagged, and so I really didn't have it in me to do a lot of crazy bits, but I thought we held our own, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
See you on the other side, kids.